What's going on, guys? Tag video. This is the 4 comic creators tag. I was tagged by both Matt Wednesday Serial and King Gooch, the man King Gooch. So their links will be down in the description. Go check them out. I am going to talk about 4 comic creators that I like a whole lot. Starting with probably my favorite comic book guy of all time. Big surprise here. This is, we'll start with Mike Mignola, the creator of Hellboy. I love Mignola's art style, super simplistic and really shadowy, a lot of inks. And he's created an absolutely fantastic universe with BPRD. Super rich in mythology, that's my favorite part about it. I have a companion guide that whenever there's like a reference or something that I don't understand, I have to go and look it up because there's just so much stuff going on. It's absolutely fantastic. Definitely my favorite thing about comic books. This is how I would suggest getting into it with the library editions. Pick up the first one and see how you feel about it. Really awesome horror type stuff. As far as I'm concerned, it doesn't get a whole lot better than Hellboy. Like I said, super rich in mythology and also a lot of historical stuff woven into the stories. In addition to Hellboy, BPRD is absolutely fantastic. So definitely check that out. My favorite comic creator of all time, my favorite strictly writer of all time, wrote my favorite run on Swamp Thing, my favorite Batman story, probably my favorite, I guess you could say, limited series of all time. And that guy is Alan Moore. Alan Moore is super weird, and I don't subscribe to any of his personal opinions, but he is a damn good writer. This run on Swamp Thing is absolutely fantastic. Completely changed the origin for Swamp Thing going forward. Made him a lot less human. And I am absolutely in love with his run on Swamp Thing. One of the first things that I ever read, and I actually borrowed them from a friend, and then I was able to buy my own copies and reread everything. This right here is my favorite Swamp Thing issue of all time, called Anatomy Lessons. Sort of Alan Moore's retelling of Swamp Thing's origin. Definitely check that one out. My favorite Batman story of all time, The Killing Joke. This is just so dark and twisted, and I think that's Alan Moore's specialty, telling stories that are super dark, but he's also tackling like really serious real-world issues, and I think that's my favorite thing about Alan Moore's work. I mean, that definitely can be said about Watchmen. This is actually the first comic book that I ever read. I borrowed a copy from a friend in high school when about the time the movie was coming out. And I read it, and I loved it. For some reason, I just didn't get into to reading other books and collecting at that time. And then this copy right here, my girlfriend actually bought for me probably almost 3 years ago now, maybe a little bit more than that, and that sort of started the chain reaction getting into other books. I really need to get a hardcover collection of this. Like I said, definitely my favorite limited series of all time. You really can't go wrong with Watchmen. Also working on picking up the single issues of that. So Alan Moore is number 2. Number 3, I'm gonna go with an artist. My favorite current artist, a lot of people might say that he's their favorite current artist, but that's Franco Via. He makes Afterlife with Archie absolutely amazing. He has a really unique art style. I mean, you can tell from the cover. I also have his work on Batman the Black Mirror. I love this story. I mean, Scott Snyder did an amazing job writing, but the issues with Franco Via's artwork are my favorite. He just has a style that lends itself really well to a horror story and also noir type stories with his Black Beetle series, which I have not read. I really should, but Franco Via's artwork is absolutely fantastic. Plus, I have a couple of Dark Horse Ape Sapien and Baltimore variants that he did. They're sort of like throwback to like old horror posters. Sorry for the Mylar, it's lots of glare, but I just absolutely love his art style. Afterlife with Archie is absolutely amazing. And then my favorite current writer, because I'm so into sci-fi, he has his hands all over modern sci-fi. He's writing 2 separate sci-fi image books, and it seems like every time he's on a book, with a well-known character. You look at his Punisher run, for example. He's able to turn that character on its head and do something really interesting and unique with that character. Or like his Cap run, the Dimension Z Cap run. I'm talking about Rick Remender. Probably my favorite current book is Black Science. This book is absolutely amazing. This is exactly what I want from a science fiction book, and Rick Remender is giving it to me. Also, not a sci-fi book, but also a book that is something that I find really interesting is Deadly Class. This is takes place more in the 80s. It's like an assassin, high school assassin kind of book. You can tell that this is something close to Rick Remender's heart. The story is something that he was... the things that appear in the story are things that are close to what maybe he was into when he was growing up, or the characters that are going through things in this book that he went through as a teenager. It makes this book really relatable. So Deadly Class is an awesome book. And also this massive thing here, the Fear Agent Library Edition. Absolutely love Fear Agent. This is an amazing story. Amazing sci-fi story, and it's really funny as well. So anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I was not prepared to tag anybody, so give me a second, and I'm going to be back with whoever I'm tagging. All right, so these guys may have been tagged already, but I don't think they've done videos. I'm tagging Yoakum Comic Center, Brendan, Machammer, and Mike87 Boba Fett. I'll send you guys a message and let you know. But anyway, thanks for watching, guys. Take care, and I'll talk to you again soon.